Guys! Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Alright, now are we on? Alright, just wait for everything to catch up so that we can, begin. I'm sorry about that. Uh-oh. Oh, Indumati's frozen! Indumati! Indumati, wake up! Wake up, Indumati! Wakey, wakey. Come on now. Please don't become frozen like last time. Just because I sneezed. Please. Alright, now, this is this is Athena. She's like the shadow of the High Priestess Arcana, which basically means she's based on the reversed Arcana. And of course, yeah, alright now. The reason we're using Athena, okay, is because Arachne kind of keeps it lore, okay? Alright now, this being resembles a goddess crown and combined with that of a peacock and a traditional Greek goddess outfit, that holds a cursed secret mirror shield carrying the reflection of a poor girl that one of her and her ally schemes turned into Medusa, and she carries a distaff in her hand. She once was somebody who was helping the goddess build the world for humanity. Back when it was still an idea, back when she didn't know what it was all for, back when the first of the new elemental lords were odd and strange to her, and she first heard of humanity, and then she learned that all the work was truly for, and all the true arts and all the weaves and patterns of creation she had taken part in. They were to create, to share, to give power to beings not like herself, to beings that in Athena's eyes shouldn't have that power to share, or to share it, because in her eyes it was for the elites, the gods of the world, and it should remain that way. So basically we have a lot of celestial arrogance. Always a good start when, going through, a god of some sort. Always starting off with, godlike beings, having lots of arrogance. Always good to have that, start off with, a creation story, basically. During the Age of the Gods, when the followers of the Muse of Darkness long since fallen into the Box of Evils incident. Alright, yeah, hi Pass, hi Innovan. No, I'm not Lovely Batten, thank you for being here, I appreciate that. It's not like I appreciate that or anything, Baka. Yeah, you guys are ones who are cute, okay? Not me, no. Alright now, the Box of Evils incident, you kind of know the story by now. Basically, the Muse of Darkness and her followers, decided to trick humanity by pretending that, the Box of Evils was actually a gift from the goddess, and they were deliberately deceiving him, and they deliberately deceived humanity because the Box of Evils contained the Great Evils, and the Great Evils, corrupted humanity once they, got released, which kind of affected, human psyche and imagination, which kind of messed up the Tulpas as well. Yeah, it's because, Athena and them, basically wanted to justify, on divine war crimes, while claiming they were divine judgment. Yeah, and, pretending that they were divine judgment and totally justified in doing that. They even tried to, blame humanity for the Box of Evils being opened. In fact, you remember the Ascended Shark, right? Well, the Ascended Shark was, kind of trying to blame humanity for quote-unquote disobedience or whatever. Anyway, that's the Box of Evils incident backstory, yeah. The goddess of creation was like, nah, you guys are the ones that tricked humanity in opening it. That means you get judged. Also, Spider's gonna totally kill you guys. And that's, pretty much how the Curse of Arachne started. Which we are gonna get into pretty quickly, okay? Alright now, and during the Age of the Gods, when the followers of the Muse of Darkness long fallen due to the Box of Evils incident, now passing on himself as gods among mortals despite their sins and ruling with an iron fist, Athena would exercise her power to destroy those whose talents not only awoke but were a threat to her through the order she claimed it was for. Yeah, alright now. I'm not a tsundere, that's false. Alright now. But also those who had outshone hers, and hers was the true art of ruling the arts. However, she was jealous upon hearing of Arachne. Oh no, we're getting into the first Dark Lord, alright? It was a human weaver back then who had outshone her work and decided to force Arachne and threatened her into basically taking part in a rigged contest. Let's see whose work was truly superior, and where the reward for success and failure was always going to be a punishment no matter what against Arachne. When Arachne won and Athena herself couldn't find any flaw in it, she became enraged and hostile and claimed it was blasphemy against her. Arachne even tried to take a trip down the sewer slide by getting right into the news. Oh, thank you for the part. Alright now. I know, I love you guys too, okay? I know you guys love me, thank you. That's why you're here, huh? Alright now, let's see, Arachne, alright now. Because, alright now, and basically, you know, Arachne took a trip down the sewer slide and got right into the news. Because Arachne, though sincerely thought she had truly offended the heavens against her, but Athena wouldn't let that grudge last, or even allow the luxury of death. So she turned Arachne into a monster, half spider and half woman, and basically had Arachne shunned and hunted and feared by the people because Athena spread lies that Arachne had committed blasphemy against the gods. When Arachne made the work for her to contest, and Athena, being arrogant, had dismissed the consecration's curse long ago and had laughed it off, thinking, how could an insignificant spider ever defeat beings like us? It's just a mere bug. Until Arachne, tired, weary, and even vengeful at first, started dropping the traitors of the god's creation like bugs in a spider's web. Suddenly the curse became real and the walls were closing in, and Athena couldn't see it. But Athena couldn't see it. She thought that she was a step ahead of, her fallen comrades, her defeated servants, and the heroes she misled and manipulated, until Arachne came and revealed that it was not Athena's intelligence that kept her alive, but Arachne's deliberate design to make her suffer the worst out of all of them. Oh no. Athena was defeated in a brief fight, clearly no match for Arachne, and shortly after that, when Arachne's rage settled, Arachne would go on to seal the power of the great evils, which the Muse of Darkness tricked mortals into unleashing from the prison humanity was never meant to find, but were fooled into thinking it was a gift from the goddess of creation because the Muse of Darkness and her followers, including Athena, wanted control, oppression, forced labor, and war crimes for humanity. I can't actually say the actual words because, the censors will kill me. Yeah, one of them starts with an S and one of them starts with a G. you might know that. Alright now. Anyway. Now Arachne protects and maintains the seals and eats the power of the great evils by eating the darkness of the great evils, and had become the legacy and a legend despite Athena even spreading propaganda of the Dark Lord to paint Arachne as the devil herself. Well, Athena was no more. Yeah, and that's basically why protagonism, came up with the rhetoric of the big bad evil Dark Lord. Basically because, the original Dark Lord was Arachne, yeah. And this is basically, Arachne's basically villain origin story, basically, against the Ascended, basically. Alright, obviously, Athena here is, based on Arachne and, Athena. In some versions of it, Alright. In one of the versions I read of it, Arachne really did actually win the contest. Yummy darkness. No, not the darkness. No. Eat that. Alright now. She eats the darkness of the great evils, yeah. Yeah. Good riddance to old mean old Athena in this story, huh? Good riddance. Get effed. Get effed. Effed. Get fricked. Get fricked. Yeah. Alright, let's go see who's on. Oh, who do we have? Oh. Alright now, read. Nathalie plays. Alright now, hopefully I spelled that right. Alright now, hopefully I spelled this right. Alright now, let's go raid them, huh? Alright now, I will probably do more later, maybe, depending on how I'm feeling. My mental health has been kicking my butt, quite a lot recently, so... Now, and Indumati's frozen again, of course. For some reason, the camera works wonderful at night, but, decides not to really do much of anything during the day. I don't know why that is. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye.